Welcome alongside Voice of the Nation Fast Break. My name is Dave Brickley alongside Jason Riley and Kevin Figures. All right, gentlemen, so assuming the Lakers trade one of them, who would you rather see go, Andrew Bynum or Pau Gasol?
I think the very obvious answer to this question is you got to ship Andrew Bynum out the door.
It's obvious.
Obvious answer. If you look at his career, 7 years he's been in the NBA, he has missed 30% of the games he could have played in. 30%. So you're telling me you're going to take a guy who's missed 30% of the games he's played in with that big clunky knee brace, and this is going to lead the Lakers franchise all the way to the NBA Finals.
He played the full year this past season, Jason, including the playoffs. Didn't have any injury issues whatsoever.
I'll give him that this last season, but the last 4 seasons before that, this guy has been on the bench when we needed him the most.
So Kevin, you're saying Gasol?
I'm saying Gasol's the guy I actually want to move because of his inconsistent play in the postseason the last couple of years. His trade value is actually declining, I think, over these last couple of years. They could have traded for Chris Paul last year. There's no way they would have been able to swing this deal coming into this offseason.
This whole notion of Gasol doesn't have trade value anymore is ridiculous. I mean, the guy, even last year, in a role where he's the third option, he gave you 17 and 10. Do you know how many GMs in this league, gentlemen, would drool over a 7-footer and give you 17 and 10?
Drool is a wild exaggeration.
There's not a lot of guys that can do that. A 7-footer that can play the way he played, and especially, again, as a third option, he gave you 17 and 10 and was still a borderline all-star there towards the end.
Did GMs drool over third options?
Nah, not very often.
But if he gave you 17 and 10 as a third option, he'll give you 19 and 12 as a second option. He'll give you 24 and 15 as a first option. That's what you have to look at, and that's what Houston was trying to do when the 3-team deal went down with Chris Paul earlier this offseason.
I don't know if Gasol will garner the same kind of interest as he did last season because of his numbers were impressive. I'll give you that, but you have to look at how the team performed in the postseason. Whenever the Lakers struggled, it's because Pau Gasol struggled. He was the key to their.
So even though I said all that stuff about Gasol, I still say Andrew Bynum, and it's because the sense of entitlement. Obviously, before the season started, he says there's a bank in every city. Game 5, the Lakers are eliminated. Their season is over. They asked him about his contract. He says, I'll play anywhere. This is not the guy you want to lead your franchise
After he had a terrible game in the elimination game, he pouted up and down the floor. It didn't even look like he was interested in playing.
This is not a guy that I want to go sell advertisers that this is the face of my franchise. He's shooting threes. He's parking in handicap spots. For all due respect, just ship this guy out of here and get some better results.
Well, look, Andrew Bynum is still young. He's 24 years old. He came in out of high school. And Kobe Bryant even said himself that Andrew Bynum reminds him a lot of himself when he came into the NBA. All I'm saying is,
you know what he has in common with Kobe Bryant when he was young in the NBA? They never got their hair cut. I mean, you know what I'm saying? You got to get cut up.
Just tighten it up a little bit.
$16 million a year. Go get a fresh cut. So here's a question on Facebook. We polled Laker Nation. Assuming the Lakers trade one of them, who would you rather see go? 76% say Pau Gasol.
They're wrong.
Pau Gasol is on the downside.
They're absolutely wrong.
Andrew Bynum's on the upswing.
Wow.
Just wait. Just wait. If they keep him around, they're going to change their tune real fast. We know how it works around Laker Nation.
All right, so we're going to throw it to you. Make sure to comment below. Assuming the Lakers trade one of them, who would you rather see go? Andrew Bynum or Pau Gasol? Of course, make sure to subscribe, comment, and like this video. For Kevin Figures and Jason Riley, my name is David Brickley, Voice of the Nation, Fast Break.
Yeah, that's how he wrote it. He was like, hey, why the brother in the back with all the equipment, though? That's exactly how he wrote it.
One of my favorite. It's not one of my favorites. It's my favorite.
Probably the favorite. Yeah.
Comments are the best.
Yeah.